guys, welcome to Aaron's Review, and in today's video we have another unboxing video. This product is from DD Hi-Fi once again. In the previous video we also did two DD Hi-Fi products, which is Lightning to 2.5mm adapter and also USB-C to 2.5mm adapter. I've been using the Lightning one with my phone and I don't have any issues currently with that adapter, and it's super compact and small. As a person who obviously uses these products, I think it's important for me to actually test these products for you guys to see how durable they are and what is the sound quality. Today we do have another unboxing. The reason I'm done this one separately is because I think it deserves definitely a mention in comparisons to other companies which is providing or making these products right now, because it totally beats the other competitors price wise. Now what we're going to be looking at, adapters once again by DD Hi-Fi. Last video we showed you so many new adapters. What we're looking at is focusing on Sony, the 4.4mm connection. So for those of you who have the cables that has 4.4mm and you find that your 8K players do not support 4.4, well, there is a workaround. And well, the first workaround will be either to buy the Estelle Current Alpha, which I hear, that means I've not heard it, I've heard from rumors that the 8K Alpha is actually better than SE200 in regards, even though they're using the same DAC inside, the sound quality is actually coming better than the 4.4mm adapter that the Alpha now provides. So that is something crazy. I mean, for those who are 8K fans, which I am one of them, you never or would have never expected them to actually come up with a player that has now got 4.4mm. I'm hoping that the SP3000 will have all three variants, which is 3.5mm, 2.5mm, and also 4.4mm, which probably makes this adapter that I'm going to unbox right now obsolete if that happens. But obviously that is in the future, not right now. So the adapter that we have is actually, well, let me just show you what DD Hi-Fi has also got. We've got an adapter which is 3.5mm and 4.4mm female, so that means you're catered that way. Recently they've just also announced, or previously, 2.5mm with 4.4. So why would we need different adapters? Well, with the AP80 Pro, which this is the copper version, the power coming out from the balance is actually much better from this using the 2.5mm, hence the reason why you might want to use this adapter, which is the reason why I got this. So definitely there's more power coming in, and yes, it is able to drive the Sony EZ1R, hence the reason why I've got this here, the Sony EZ1R. And yes, it can power it using high gain, my recommendation. And besides this, just for those who are not aware, the AP80 Pro in copper has just recently been released with a new version, the stainless steel-less variant. I think it's like 588 worldwide, and this is a 500 version. So there's 500 of these copper versions available. Copper will bring in a warmer sound signature, while the stainless steel will probably be a bit more colder. I've not tried it, but that is, well, since I've got the AP80 in copper, I'm not going to buy both, of course. Why is this video important? Well, for those people who are 8K fans, you know that on the SP1000, SP2000, we have 3.5mm and 2.5mm, and what it lacked was the 4.4mm. Yes, the 4.4 does have better power coming from it, so that is probably the reasons why many people will try to go for that way, and especially if you are to buy a Sony EZ1R or any Sony monitor, it will be mostly 4.4mm balanced. Price wise, when this thing started, or these accessories started, the first company that I saw starting providing these adapters was actually PW Audio, which I'll show you now. Here we go. PW Audio 8K to 4.4mm. There's L type. There's actually several variations of it. But looking at what the staggering cost is, 1,880 Hong Kong dollars. This is Hong Kong dollars. And yes, I've seen the forums. People thinking, oh, 200 US dollars, guys, for one measly adapter, such that you can plug in into your 8K so that it works with 2.5 and then the 3.5, and then you can then plug in your 4.4, which obviously sticks out. But 1880 is like, seriously, that is the cost for this adapter? Effect Audio has also come up with another variant, again roughly about the same price point. I have seen people selling these second hands now, still for 1,400 to 1,000-ish in Hong Kong. And it's quite staggering what the cost is. I mean, this is the cost of a player, really. I mean, 2,500 is what I got for this. Yes, there are other players which are even less. And is this adapter really worth it at this price point? I would say probably not at that price point. So, which is why I'm excited to show you what DD Hi-Fi have now produced, which is the DJ44K. It is actually the same adapter. The same adapter that DD Hi-Fi has made. It has got 2.5mm and it's got 3.5mm, and then it plugs it into you then plug in your 4.4mm cable into this connector. And the price of this is super cheap. So cheap that I think any guesses what the price is, guys? Is it 1,880? Is it going to be 1,000? Well, the price is even more lower than that. The price of this in Hong Kong is 498 Hong Kong dollars. So 1,880, and then with this one is $498. Hence the reason why I thought, whoa, if that is what PW is charging, and this is what DD Hi-Fi is charging, I'm definitely going to take a step with DD Hi-Fi, because with the price points, this is their latest adapter from DD Hi-Fi, competing with PW Audio and Effect Audio with their own variants, but at a much super cheap price, which I would definitely be willing to pay, such that as to see if there's any benefits to this adapter, especially if you are an 8K person. Now obviously this adapter is specifically designed for Estelle and Kern player, as you can see here, but thing is, I don't have an Estelle and Kern player anymore. Yeah, I've sold my SP2000, I sold my SP1000, and you're probably thinking, why have I done that? Well, mainly because I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting for the SP3000. Yeah, seriously. Now, if cycle and timing is correct, every 2 years is when Estelle and Kern will release a new player. So looking at my information when I did their SP2000 release information 2 years ago, they released it in June. So I'm expecting this coming June, that they will be releasing the SP3000. And I'm hoping, as I mentioned, that they have now got 4.4mm adapter as well. So again, that might then make this a little bit obsolete. What is also good about this adapter is the fact it's a little bit higher, such that it should also work it when you're using a case. I'll have to try this, because I said it's supposed to be working with the Estelle and Kern. So $498, an absolute big, massive price difference. It's supposed to be compatible with leather cases. The DJ44K continues the uniqueness of DD Hi-Fi headphone adapters and adopts the even lighter 7000 series aluminum alloy. Definitely is compatible with leather case on the SP1000 and SP2000. This is a grounded 4.4mm balanced outputs. And the 2.5mm and 3.5mm dual plug design makes the two balanced output signal grounded. It ensures a more stable sound quality, especially when it connects to an active speaker, since it can eliminate the current noise of contacting the shell, which also works for 4.4mm terminated earphone cables with ground wire, so hence the reason why I've got my Sony. It's supposed to be lightweight, but still powerful. It is adopt CNC machined aluminum alloy for the housing, which made it as thin as possible, with control weight of 10 grams. That's what the size is. For the internal soldering, it utilizes OCC made by Furukawa, which guarantees a lossless signal transmission. And it's a balanced adapter for Estelle and Kern players. The size is 25 by 21 by 10mm, which excludes the plugs, and the weight is 9.9 grams. The thickness, or the length, is 25mm, and the thickness is 10mm, and the height is 21mm. So yes, it will stick a little bit, but you can see there's like a bit of space here. such that you'll get beyond the leather case, so that's probably why. Right, let's unbox it, let's test it out and see how it works. And as I said, I've got my Sony 498, definitely worth a try. Now, with the website that I use to check what people are selling, I have seen many people sell these adapters, but it's the PW one that they sell. Maybe, I don't know, why would they sell it so quickly? I mean, the price is quite staggeringly expensive. Reading the forum, $200 is probably definitely not worth it. When I say $200, it's 200 US dollars. But then again, in a couple months time, maybe it might be obsolete. Box is similar than previously. Definitely a bit thicker than before because of the height. Yeah, so it's definitely a bit thicker. Nothing has changed. Now this time, in my previous video, I did mention there was a 2020 here, but this one doesn't have anything on the side, so they've changed it. But it does give you a picture of what the adapter looks like. Right, so a lot of stuff, and then this is it. So let me put this to the side. I do have several videos that I need to make. A bit busy with, well, someone passed away, so hence the reason I'm a bit busy with that. So apologies if I've not been doing much videos. And yes, I am going to be giving away a Billie Jean, as I mentioned, but I will do a video of that within these couple of days. There are some things that you guys need to do in order to get that, well, have the chance of getting that. And yes, I will definitely try to offer more of this in the future for those who, you know, as I said, my objective of my video was to start helping or showing you something that I'm interested in. Hopefully it was beneficial, and hence the reason why I'm trying to show you what this adapter is like. And at the moment I'm a bit tempted with the SLN Current Alpha, maybe, I'm not sure. Price of that in Hong Kong, by the way, when it's released, it's going to be 8,680. That's without a leather case, by the way. There's no leather case inside. If you want a leather case, it's going to cost about 880. And also the SLN Current Alpha, from what I've read, is definitely better than the Can Cube. It's got the same power, but better sound quality, and if you're using it with balance, even better sound quality than the 2.5mm, which is what SLN Current is doing with the way things are going. But with the COVID-19, I'm not sure if that will change things anyway. And I've got this to do today, I think. And then packaging, you can see it's Hifi or Hifi. Hifi sounds a bit weird, right? I think it's Hifi, right? Yep, we've got an Hifi deck to unbox and do a review of. Right, adapter looks super compact and small. And my first here is black, 9.9 grams, very light and small. So you've got here 3 and 2. This is 4.4 balanced, and on top you have DD Hi-Fi, and there is the 2020, as I mentioned, the year, and here we have DJ44K. So as you can see from this picture, I have to actually go to a shop to test it, having sold my SP2000 and SP1000. So I tried it with the SP2000 in the shops. You can clearly see that it fits perfectly when you're using a SLN Current player. I can guarantee that if you were to use it with a leather case, you should have no problems, because the player to the adapter does stick out a little bit, so that means you've got clearance for your leather case. In regards to fit and why you would want to go for that, it's probably because this adapter allows you to have a better secure connection from your player to this adapter, so that your balance cable can then go into this player, making it a bit more secure. So that's why the reason you might want to use both. In regards to power, there should be some better power coming from this due to the fact that you're using both connections. But as I mentioned, I do get a bit worried if I'm using the 2.5mm male to 4.4mm female, worrying that it might break the adapter. So that's probably the reason why you might want to go for this adapter. But in regards to the cost wise, definitely this is much cheaper than PW and Effect Audio. Is it a major upgrade? Well, if your cables are definitely balanced, then obviously this is what I would probably recommend if you're using an STL current player. But if you're using 2.5 or 3.5 millimeter, and then there's probably no need. Now with the SP2000 or even the SP1000, which adapter or which connection provides better power, and which one do I recommend? Well, if you are using an S8K player, then I definitely recommend that you use 2.5 millimeter because that is what it's famous for. Better power, better detail coming from that adapter. But if you're using a 4.4 millimeter, then this is probably the way to go, such that you're allowed to use your 4.4 millimeter cable to this player. Anyway, apologies, as I said, I don't have my players. Hopefully you found this video useful. $498 is probably something that you can try and see if it helps you, especially if you're using 4.4 millimeter balance. As I said, I'm waiting for the SP3000. Anyway, hopefully you found this video useful. Anyway, stay safe and see you again later, guys.